Nigeria, as other country, has had our own fair share of bigger international national team taking off players who are eligible to represent Nigeria. I can name a lot of them off the top of my head. Players like Bukayo Saka, Michael Olise, Samu Omorodion, Tony Madueke, lots of them. I can name loads of them. Manuel Akanji, a lot of them has been nicked off from the Nigerian national team for some reasons. And most of these players are players that are born internationally, players with dual citizenship. But here are some of the, players that has been lighting it up, or players with some good talents that could still represent Nigeria. And with the new coach Eric Chell coming in, I think we should try and call up some of these players who it looks like they might not be having future with their respective other national team. And these players are, all of them are eligible to play for Nigeria. But first of all, welcome back to the channel. This is Papi Knows Football. At the end of the video, you like what I'm doing here, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel and help your boy get to 2,000 subscribers before the end of the season. By Premier League season, yes, before the end of the Premier League season. You get me? As you know, I'm a Chelsea fan, but yeah, we have to talk about Nigeria. We love Nigeria. So yeah, I have a few lists here, but I want you to help me in case I miss some. I think I have up to 5-6 players here, but in case I miss some, I want you guys to help me in the comment section and tell me other players who who are born to a multinational team, or like who are Nigerians, or who are eligible to represent Nigeria. You understand what I'm trying to say? You get me? So off the top of my list is Carney Chukwuemeka. He's an attacking midfielder. He plays for Chelsea, and as you can see, in that attacking position is where England, they have a lot of talents there. The likes of Morgan Rogers, Cole Palmer, Phil Foden, Jude Bellingham can equally play there. So there is a lot of bodies there. And Carney Chukwuemeka looks like he's not going to make the cut at Chelsea. Obviously, since this season he hasn't played, and there are thoughts of him going on a loan abroad. And when it comes to calling up abroad players, apart from Jude Bellingham and Harry Kane, because he has been there, he's the captain, I don't think England call a lot of international players. They prefer to go with their home base. Carney Chukwuemeka is a Nigerian who was born in Australia, but he was moved to England. They moved to England, in the earlier part of his life. So he can represent 3 national teams: Nigeria, Australia, and England. You get me? And this is a player we should we should be putting our eye on, because Nigeria midfield, in as much as our attack is deadly. You get me? Our attack is deadly. I don't think, in the next 5 years, I don't think we should be looking for a new striker, because we are blessed in the striking position. But our midfield is nothing to write home about. So we need a lot of bodies. You get me? We need some good players, some technical players in that midfield. And Carney Chukwuemeka is a very, very creative player. I've seen him play. Obviously, injury is one thing that is setting that brother back, but I think if he gets rid of this injury phase, he's going to be a very good player for any clubs he plays for, be it Chelsea and any national team he chooses to represent. But these are players I'm pushing, I'm recommending, I'm just saying Nigeria should be going for them to play for Nigeria. And number 2 on my list is still another Chelsea player, my Igbo brother, Ugochukwu. He's from Imo State. He was born in France to a Nigerian parents. He have represented the French national team in all youth level. He was in their squad for going the provisional squad for going to Olympics, but he didn't make the cut. Carney Chukwuemeka has been Lesley Ugochukwu. He has been to Imo State, his home country, and he has been to Nigeria a few times. And this is a player, given that Wilfred Ndidi, who is a defensive midfielder, he's getting down. I think Wilfred Ndidi is around 32, but he's 30 plus now. And Carney Ugochukwu is a very, very good player who can do that defensive midfield role, and is equally a box-to-box midfielder who can move up and crash both, cause troubles in both. He's a box-to-box midfielder who can cause trouble in both 18-yard box. So I'm like, he's very, very young, but this is a player that has played for Chelsea. In some cases, he has a bright future at Chelsea. Chelsea tag him as a very, very top talent. The French France on the other side are not lacking in midfield position. No, and I'm looking at it. It looks like something. I don't know whether the NFF should approach him. So it looks just try, but this is going to be a very, very good addition for Nigeria. And let's shift a little bit from Chelsea. We are still in London to the other part of London, the red side of London. Nwaneri, as you can hear that name, that's my another Igbo brother. Yeah, this please, I'm not making this like I'm not picking, but these are players I'm watching. So if you have any Nigerian that could represent or you want me to talk about, get it in the comment section or tell me about him so I can make research on him and maybe talk about him or make a part 2 of this video if you guys like it. So Nwaneri is 18 years old and is an Arsenal first team player. He was the youngest Arsenal player to make his debut back 2 years ago, I think around 2022-2021, around when he was 16. He's obviously 18 years. He has represented England in all youth level. Like I said, he's an attacking midfielder, but he can play as a right winger or a left winger. And in our right wing, do we have, we could say, Chukwuemeka, who is young. I think he's in mid-20s something. Nwaneri will be a very, very, very good addition and understudy to him. You get me? And you could look at the attacking midfield. If you don't get Chukwuemeka, Nwaneri can equally slot in there. If you have seen him play, he's a very, very good player. He already has a Premier League goal, and I think he has scored like 4 or 5 goals for Arsenal. Obviously, he's currently on injury. While I'm making this video, he's on injured. He's been out, but I think he'll be returning very, very soon for Arsenal. Nigerians should be trying to pick this boy for the next AFCON. Give him a few minutes here and there. That boy, future is bright, and if we get him at this young age, he's still on. It's going to be for a team. I want Nigeria to win the World Cup. So, if we're going to be a serious team and compete for major trophies, we should get in this level of this caliber of talent. You get me? This caliber of talent, we should be getting them. And let's switch back to a brother that I think I heard a rumor that he was called up and he didn't. He has already played for England national team, but not in a competitive, match. I think he played in a friendly. Fikayo Tomori is an AC Milan defender, and if you look at our centre back row, obviously, what's his name? William Troost-Ekong, our captain, he's getting a little bit old, and I think we should start bringing other centre back so we don't just, because our back line, our defense has been solid. You get me? And I think we should start bringing on some new players. Fikayo Tomori, I think is not Nigeria, and I don't know, but I think we should move him. I recommend we call him. I don't know how he's going to go, but I don't think he's ever going to play for England again, even with the new coach coming in. You know, they have Thomas Tuchel as the new coach. Just have to see how that goes if they call him up. But Fikayo Tomori still looks like a possibility if Nigeria goes in for him and give him a call up and know whether something can happen there. He's a Yoruba boy. As you can hear his name, that brother has a very, very long name. I can't name it all. But let's go Fikayo Tomori, Yoruba boy, my Yoruba brother. Yes, he's born to a Yoruba parents in England, represented England in all junior competition, but I think he has played for the senior team, yes, but he hasn't played for them in a competitive match. Same as Tammy Abraham, which is not on this list. Like I said, we have a lot of strikers, so I don't think any strikers on this list. So the last person, let's go back to Chelsea, Tosin Aderabioyo. Now, before the last AFCON, Nigeria, when Tosin was at Fulham, I think there were talks that Amaju Pinnick visited Tosin Aderabioyo, want to know whether he could come and play for Nigeria in the AFCON, but Tosin said he was not ready. And obviously during the summer, during last year, there are talks that Tosin wants to play for Nigeria again. You get me? And NFF said that he should write to them or something like that. You guys should please resolve that. We need centre back. Very, very tall, very good on the ball. He's very, very mature. 27 years old. He might never. Obviously, they have a new coach, but he might never get an England call up. So these are opportunities to nick him. He wants to play. I don't know. NFF, we are the giant of Africa, so he does get right. So you will not pressure NFF. So please, just know how to sort him out. You can mention players like Tyreek George. This one is just name mention, just so you know. I never knew Tyreek George was a Nigerian. Tariq George was born to a Nigerian parents. His mother and father are from Nigeria and Ghana. I don't know the one that is from Nigeria, but he's eligible to represent Nigeria, Ghana, and England. So if you have other players that you know that are still eligible that can represent Nigeria, get in the comment section and I might make a part of this video. That's all for now. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. It go be.